Hello buddy, I am Oscar and welcome to my review for Ida. Now according to IMDb, Ida is about Anna, a young nun in the 1960s Poland, is on the verge of taking her vows when she discovers a dark family secret dating back to the years of the Nazi occupation. Ooh. Now, Ida seems to be the favourite to be winning Best Foreign Language feature in this year's Academy Awards. Now, around about this time last year, I did a video review of The Great Beauty, which was the favourite to win last year's Best Foreign Language film at the Academy Awards, and it did win. And that review, got plenty of views and plenty of hate to go along with it. But I thought, you know what, I do actually want to watch Ida, and I'm going to go in with an open mind, and actually I enjoyed Ida. Now the major thing that sticks out for this film is how beautiful the cinematography is. It is actually, I would say it's very experimental cinematography, as in like, the aspect ratio, I don't know exactly what the aspect ratio is, but black bars are on the side, not on the top, on the side. The film is framed like the characters, like this is the bottom of the screen, and then it's like the characters' heads are like at the bottom of the screen, and then the rest of the frame is just the background, and something about that is just, it just grabs your attention immediately because you're like, oh, this is something new and different, and it looks good. It doesn't look like off. It actually looks pretty good, and the fact that the camera seems to be stabled and locked down on a tripod just, really gives it a certain look and style to it without being too art house pretentious. This film actually does benefit from it being in black and white. It's like if this film was shot in colour, I don't think it would be as good. It's like last year with Nebraska. Nebraska, I remember watching that, I think to myself, my god, the black and white made this film better. Like this film, the black and white made Ida better. And with the combination of the black and white, the cinematography, and even the score, this film felt very old school. It felt very much so like a 1920s Chaplin type film, or like something like Battleship Potemkin. It felt something like that, even though the film doesn't take place in the 20s, it takes place in the 60s. And I think some of that feeling of it feeling like an old school film is probably down to the length of the film. The length of the film is 80 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, which is about the same length of an early film, like a film from a while ago. The story is pretty simple. The film, when you think of the film as in what plot points are going on, it's essentially only one plot point, and it does its thing. And if you were to just list off all the storylines and all the plot points in the film, you would come to a pretty short film, and this film is kind of padded out with pretty long takes. Maybe there's two characters in one shot, and just one steady shot, not moving or anything, just one shot with two actors maybe exchange, I don't know, maybe 5 lines within a 5-minute shot or something like that, and that could come off really boring, and it does have a little bit of a slow burn to the film, but something about that just makes you take in the beauty of the cinematography. And it's like, as the film ends, you kind of think to yourself, oh, that was a nice, simple film. And oh yeah, this might not be like, oh, it's a nice film. It's weird me saying it's a nice something film, considering it's, considering the story of it. But with the directing and the acting, it just kind of makes it feel like, oh, this was a pleasant watch of some kind, even though there are some dark moments within the film. Another positive I have to give this film is that the relationship between Anna and Wanda, I think it is, the two essentially main characters in the film, I thought that was a very good relationship. It was pretty natural. It wasn't generic or cliched. It felt like a good niece and auntie relationship. And it was just a good little relationship. It wasn't like, so much drama or anything. It felt right, it felt natural, And I think the actors did a very good job with that. And then if the only negative I can think about this film is that it can be a pretty slow-paced film. I would say it's more of a slow burn than a slow pace, but I can see a lot of people being pretty bored by it. At some points I was like, okay, can we kind of speed up just a little bit? But I was never like that throughout the entire film, because the film, it didn't feel long. It's only an hour and 20-minute film, and it feels like that. And the way the film was just made overall, it felt like a 1920s film. It really did feel like that, which kind of just, I don't know, it kind of gave me a bit of a warm feeling inside, just because, I mean, I like old school 1920s films. I mean, I'm a Chaplin fanboy, for crying out loud. And just seeing something like that, in that style, because it is very much so that style. It's not like The Artist. It's not like The Artist where it tries to be that. It doesn't try to be that, but for me personally, that's the kind of style it gives off, and I think it works really well for it. So overall, I think Ida is actually a pretty good film. I wouldn't say I adored it, but I wouldn't say that I hated it. I thought it was a good watch. It was a nice film to watch, and I'm glad that I watched it. And I would be happy for it to win Best Foreign Language Film of for 2014. I think The Raid 2 deserves it more, but you know, it's not like The Great Beauty where I'm going to be like, why did that win? It's not like that. Ida was actually a good film. So guys, thanks for watching my review for Ida. Links will be down below for Twitter and Facebook, everyone in the Heel Pictures crew. And till next time guys, I shall see you later, and goodbye.